Good morning and welcome to Virtual Classroom Project. It's a collaborative web initiative of Department of Geology, Government VYT PG Autonomous College Durg, and Department of Applied Geology, National Institute of Technology, Raipur. Today we have with us Dr. Neeraj Vishwakarma from Department of Applied Geology, NIT Raipur, and he is going to enlighten us with various aspects of basics of metamorphism. Welcome, Dr. Neeraj Vishwakarma. Sir, shall we start?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Thank you very much for providing me this opportunity to share my knowledge with,
Pleasure,
with you
sir.
all. We start from this metamorphism, and the first aspect is metamorphism. What is metamorphism? So, if we know, the metamorphism is a process through which the metamorphic rocks are formed. And we know that in nature, there are three different types of rocks are there. One is igneous one, another one is sedimentary rock, third one is metamorphic rocks.
Yes.
Igneous rocks are those which are formed by the crystallization of a melt from, and these directly crystallize from the melt. It may be a magma or it may be a lava. Then these rocks are known as igneous rocks, are known as primary rocks. But secondary sedimentary rocks are those which are formed by the weathering, transportation, erosion, deposition, and then the sediments derived from these rocks, any rocks, may get deposited and convert after getting lithification and diagenesis. They become converted into the rock, and these are known as sedimentary rock. But metamorphic rocks are those which are formed by the change in temperature and pressure conditions. So any rock may suffer metamorphism. Any rock, it may be a, for example, if metamorphism word, if we go for this slide, this is the
Change of form from one form to another form.
Yeah, is it a screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. So this is as per definition, metamorphism is derived from a Greek word that is metamorph. Meta means change and form means morph. So any change in the form from one rock to another is known as metamorphism. Now, any rock may suffer metamorphic process. It may be an igneous one, it may be a sedimentary one, and it may be a metamorphic one. Even the metamorphic rock again suffered various metamorphic stages. So it may be a M1, M2, M3, different type of stages are there, no problem. So this is the definition. And now if we go with the definition, as per definition, the metamorphism is defined as the process of mineralogical and structural readjustment of rock in solid state with response to change in physicochemical environment such as temperature, pressure, and chemically active fluids. The process differs from the process. This metamorphic process is entirely different than the process which generally operates near to the surface of the earth in the zone of weathering as well as diagenesis. This process also does not include the process involved in the partial melting that takes place into deep inside the earth crust. Now, again, if we go with the definition, it is a mineralogical and structural readjustment. So, during metamorphism, some new mineral may be formed. During metamorphic process, some new structures may develop into the rocks. Apart from this, during this metamorphic process, some mineral reactions take place. Some minerals may react to each other and they produce some new minerals. A new set of mineral assemblages may develop. Similarly, new structures may develop into the rock. Moreover, all this process of metamorphism takes place in a solid state.
Well, sir,
The main
generally nature prefers equilibrium, and any disturbance in the equilibrium, maybe in the form of change in temperature or pressure or attack of chemically active fluids, it requires some change to achieve that equilibrium again, and that somehow comes in the form of mineralogical or structural readjustment. Is it so, sir?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely. Because if we go in thermodynamically, we have to maintain the equilibrium.
Mhm.
We have to maintain the equilibrium. To maintain the equilibrium, we have three functions: P, T, and X:
Sir.
pressure, temperature, and composition, chemical active fluids. So all these creates an enthalpy, that is delta H.
Mhm.
So to maintain this delta H, we have to the mineral may, because for example, in case of a mineral, suppose mineral A and B is present. So mineral A and B present at certain temperature pressure conditions. But if the temperature pressure condition departs from their stability field, they become unstable. And they try to react with they try to react to generate a new set of minerals that may be present into that particular set of environment. So this is a process in during which the metamorphism takes place. Now, another important thing is if we see the metamorphic process is generally it is generally considered as a closed system process. Closed system means it's an isochemical process. Means the bulk composition or bulk chemical composition of the rock does not change.
Means
It
like
will
everything
remain
will be
same.
added and nothing will be subtracted from that.
It is a closed system. Closed system means it is a system where neither the material nor the energy may comes from outside to the system, or it may not be liberated from the system to the environment. So
Wonderful.
it's a closed system.
Sir.
Another thing, and this is one thing. Now, if we see the For example, we have already discussed that any rock may suffer metamorphism. Here, this one is granite, that is the igneous rock, and this is the gneiss. This is the when granite suffered metamorphism, it become converted into the gneiss.
Yes.
Now you may can say there is no compositional difference. No compositional difference. Overall composition is same, like whatever the granite has, whatever the composition is. But you can see the change difference in the fabrics.
Changes are there.
Yeah,
That meso structure is very well seen in the.
these structures may develop some meso structure because fabric is developed in the metamorphic rocks. Fabric is always developed. So this is one case. Other cases, for example, here this is shale. It's a sedimentary rock. Shale is a sedimentary rock that is mainly composed of argillaceous material, like clay materials. But when it becomes metamorphosed, it converts into cyst.
Mm-hmm.
It converts into cyst. Now, cyst may be, it's a category. There may be several kinds of cyst may be there, depending upon the mineral composition and grade of metamorphism. But this is an example how sedimentary rock may convert into metamorphic rock. Similarly, another way here,
The
this
limestone.
is limestone.
Mm-hmm.
This is limestone get converted into marble.
Mm-hmm.
This is again a metamorphic process.
Both have the same
Similarly,
composition, mineral composition. Limestone is also having calcite, and marble is also having calcite.
yeah, both have the same composition.
Yeah.
Both have same composition. So there is again isochemical process. This is an isochemical process. Nothing is added, nothing is removed. Again, here it is a cyst, a metamorphic rock, but is again converted into gneiss. That is again a metamorphic rock.
Oh, beautiful knees, sir. It's corundum knees, ruby,
Yeah.
very well. Wonderful, sir.
Yes. So this is all about this metamorphism. If we consider the metamorphic process, the three factors are very responsible. One is temperature, second one is pressure, and third is chemically active fluids. In case of metamorphism, as per the definition we have already discussed, that during the metamorphism, the temperature should always be greater than 200 degrees centigrade. Because if the temperature is less than 200 degrees centigrade, it doesn't come under the purview of the metamorphic process. It comes under the weathering and alteration and zone. It comes under the zone of weathering and alterations. So if we say in sedimentary rock, while the process of sedimentation and after getting diagenesis, during diagenesis, some recrystallization is also takes place. But that recrystallization doesn't come under the metamorphism. It comes under the sedimentation because the temperature never exceeds 200 degrees centigrade. It is far away. The diagenesis almost takes place at around 150 to 200 degrees centigrade temperature. So, and below this, whatever the process are there, doesn't comes under the process of metamorphism. They comes under the metamorphism is mainly takes place above 200 degrees centigrade, and similarly, it has also the upper end. Sometimes it maybe goes up to 600, sometimes it may go up to 800 degrees centigrade. That is the upper limit of the metamorphism. Similarly, pressure is always less than 2 kilobar, 2 to 1 kilobar.
You mean, sir, during the metamorphism, the pressure will have to be more than 2 kilobars?
More pressure may almost generally in metamorphism, pressure never exceeds, pressure is always greater than 1 kilobar. 1 kilobar, it is minimum. Because 1 kilobar is essential because the condition, the environment in which the metamorphic process takes place, the pressure always greater than 1 kilobar.
And the chemical active,
so this is chemically active fluids is another important factors which controls the metamorphic process. All these factors we will discuss in the next class in the agents of metamorphism.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for enlightening us with the basics or the definition of metamorphism. We'll be meeting again, and thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.